I pulled up on this girl in my neighborhood. Get ready with me to do that thing. I'm literally just gonna get ready because I haven't done a get ready with me and I feel like getting ready. Okay, I've done nothing all day. I felt like just doing my makeup, you know? So that's what we're gonna do. Hot chocolate with marshmallows and cinnamon. You have to try it, bitch. Please try it and let me know. Okay, let's take a sip. That shit is busting. I tell you, it's busting today. We're starting off with the NYX Pore Filler because, baby, this shit is good. You see how oily like I am? My oil just vanished. Look at the difference. Y'all see it's like oily right here? Look. Let me not do that. Alexa! Y'all, I have some tea to tell y'all. I have tea. I pulled up on this girl in my neighborhood because she decided to flick me off and was just doing too much. I was like, who the fuck is this? I'm gonna put the video, so just wait. Okay, let me just tell y'all what happened. So I'm exiting my neighborhood and I have my doorman with me, Zebby. By the way, I don't think I've ever mentioned her name, but my black doorman, his name is Zebby. So this is me, right? I'm driving. Like, this is me, I'm driving like this, and then this is her car, and she tries to get in front of me and then swerves, and she's sticking her middle finger the whole, she's doing this out the window, going like this, driving crazy, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? That day, bitch, I was not happy. I was in such a bad mood. And I'm not the type to do that. That was like, you know, that was me back in the day. I'm not gonna pull up on nobody unless, you know. You're sticking your whole hand out the window, flicking me off, about to crash into me. So I was like, oh, baby, fuck no. Oh, anyway, so I'm like, we're gonna I turned around, bitch. I turned around and I pulled up on her and she was getting in her garage, right? She turns around and she's like she's definitely older than me. I think she was like in her 30s. What I said, I was like, were you flicking me off? Because I'm trying to figure out, I'm like, were you flicking me off? Like, was there someone else? Like, I didn't see that you're flicking off. Like, baby, what? She's like, who are you? Da-da. Let me put the video.
Were you flicking me off?
Did I look at you?
Yeah, you did.
Oh, well, I look around.
Forgot to mention this, but she literally said, oh, well, I look around. What the fuck does that mean?
If I wanted to flick you out, I don't even know who
But you don't know you either.
if I don't fucking know.
Oh,
I would flick you off if you wanted to.
you shut the fuck up, bitch.
Y'all, I was so mad and I just left and I was like, shut the fuck up, bitch. Like, that happened, I don't even know how, bitch, but it did. I ended up just leaving because it's like, baby, me and my dog can get out real quick. We can get out real quick. You know how my doorman with me, she's just looking like, bitch, what is going on, baby? I think I'm allergic to my nails, which really fucking sucks because I've been getting hives since I've got my nails done. For Halloween, I got my nails done, right? And I was getting hives all that day, the next day, the next day. And then I took them off and then I wasn't getting hives. When I got these done, I got hives and it's from two different people. So it wasn't the previous, so I don't know how, but I just recently started getting hives. You look at this. Literally my whole back was covered in hives. Look at that. It was so red and like bumpy and it's so itchy. I'm trying to see my butt. This part right here. Look how bad it looks. And so what I'm gonna do is take these off, give it a break, see how it does, and put nails on again just to see. Am I really allergic to it? Because I think I am. I'm gonna add some Coke to my face. I don't really like it just because I literally I'm not going anywhere. So long. Oh my god. Love you, you filthy animals.
Let me tell y'all why it's always good to mind your neighbor's business. So I hope she do not see this TikTok because I'm about to tell her business. But girl, I be telling my business too. So if you see it, hey, I kind of miss you. We never got to know each other, but I always wanted to be your friend. Anyway, so my mama a couple years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago, we used to live in like a townhome. But like the type of townhome we lived in, it was a downstairs and it was an upstairs. And we lived on the downstairs. And you know, we had a neighbor right above us. So the neighbor above us was a young girl. She was cute. She was cool. But I always told my mama, I said, Ma, it's something about her. I don't know what it is, but it's something about her. And I'm always right. My mama didn't pay much attention. But then like a year or two went by and I started paying her attention because at first I wasn't paying her much attention because I was never really at home. But when I wasn't home, I was paying her attention. And one day I asked my mama, I said, Ma, what does she do for work? My mom was like, she do hair. She's like, why? I'm like, because that bitch is always at home. Like, she never, ever go nowhere. Then I'm like, why she always listening to sad-ass music? Like, what's wrong with her? Mom told me, she was like, yeah, her baby daddy shot on her face, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. So then, she had a boyfriend living with her, right? And it was just Their whole situation was weird. We ain't about to get into that. But she ended up shooting him in the stomach, right? Crazy. I'm about to tell you, that's a whole other story. But anyways, one day I was at home sitting in my room, and I hear bop, 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 and I'm like, oh my God. My mama like, what is you doing? I'm like, that's not me. And I'm like, they upstairs shooting. So yeah, we running around the house like fucking chickens with our head cut off because the girl upstairs is shooting her man up, right? So boom. He went to jail. They blah, blah, blah. Long story short, right? He left. So the people, at the leasing office said, hey, boo, you up here shooting in this predominantly Caucasian area, you gotta go. So I'm like, Ma, it's weird because like for her to do hair, at that time, for like a whole 2 months, she was at home, like not doing shit, right? Like literally at home every day. The only thing she did was wake up, take her son to school, and that was it. But every time she stepped up the door, she was drippy as fuck. And her shit wasn't from the gate. It was real. Because I know real shit when I see real shit. But I'm like, maybe she's a swiper. Because, like, I don't know. It's just giving swiper. Like, she gave me a weird vibe, but it was never a bad vibe. It was just a vibe. But I want to be your friend because I want to be in your business. Because what the fuck is up? Ooh, excuse me. But what the fuck is up? So, as she's getting ready to move out and shit, I started noticing this man just came over all the time. Like, all the time this man just came over. And I kept saying, he look like a sad-ass man. Like, why he always looking so sad? So, as she moving and shit, I hear her talking to him. She was like, yes, it's time for me to eat now. You need to feed me. Whole fucking time, this bitch is a motherfucking dominatrix. Then the neighbor 2 doors down like, oh yeah, she got an OF too. My friend told me about it. I subscribe to it. I'm like, Ma, I told you. It was something about her. I knew it wasn't bad, but it was just like, girl, why you ain't never tell me? We could have been fucking friends. I hope you see this girl hit me up.
What happened at work yesterday? All right, so boom. I'm in a section, right? And I'm talking to this dude or whatever. And I see to the section right next to me, I see this man just like looking at me and staring at me. So they had just gotten there, so I'm like, I'm not gonna go over there, and I'm sitting with him, right? So then he just keeps staring at me. Then I realized a few girls rushed over there. So I'm like, But he's like, he keeps staring at me. So I'm like, all right, babe. If he look, he took. Ain't my fault. Don't be mad at me. Be mad at the motherfucking game, okay? So my customer leaves. He ain't ready to go, so I'm like, all right, boom. I say bye to him, and I'm getting ready to go holler at this dude. So I go to him. I'm like, hey, what's up? Talking to him, girl. Within seconds, I took his ass to the private. I'm like, let's go to the back. Boom. Took his ass to the back. You know, did my little dance, did my little 1-2, got my tip. I'm like, all right. I go back. Got a little 5. I go back, and y'all, his homeboy wanted me, and he had a whole stack. Like, it was probably like, his stack was like this. So it's like a cool 100 something. So I'm like, all right, you know what I'm saying? What's up? He's like, nah, that's my girl. I'm like, bro, I don't know what you talking about. I'm getting this money. Like, what are you talking about? You a customer, babe. You a customer. Now, unless he would have been like, nah, fuck that. I got more money for you. Then I would have, oh, okay, I go with you then. So he felt that way. Anyways, I went to his homeboy. I started getting his money, and this man's just throwing it up. Mind you, the other girls in the section wasn't getting no money thrown at them. They were dancing for free. So a couple of my dollars land within their range, within their foot range. I'm not stingy, so I'm like, whatever. I already know they gonna try to be playing and pick it up. So it was a couple dollars. I let them, I let that shit slide. And then after that, let me get my motherfucking gloves on because money dirty. But shit, it was a good night though. It was a good night. You know what I'm saying? Oh shit, cut it off. But anyways, yeah. What was I talking about? Give me a second. Okay, so one of the girls that were in this section or whatever, she goes on the floor and then she tries to do one of those moves where like she's stretching out and puts her hand out and puts her hand over my money. So I'm like, all right, bitch, now you're going too far. I done let it slide. I let you keep the, a couple dollars that landed within your feet range. I didn't protest. Now, when you going out your way to stretch and try to be funny and like grab money, I took it personal. I'm like, oh, this bitch trying to test my motherfucking gangster. Like, she really trying to test my gangster. So I'm like, all right, watch this. I put my foot, my heel, my 6-inch pump right in between her two hands. Her hands was like this, stretched out, trying to grab my money. So I said, try it if you want to. Do it if you want to. Do it if you motherfucking want to. Bitch, because you taking food out of my mouth. And I don't play that shit. I don't. I let you slide for the couple $5, $6. I was like, all right, cool. Y'all can keep that. I don't, it's nothing. So why the fuck is you now you like, you're actually testing it. Now you're trying to take more. No, babe, that's not how it fucking works. Get your own money. And that's the thing. Don't ever fuck with, or don't ever like dance for free. That's why they're not giving you money, because they don't have to. When I went over there and I hollered at him, any customer I holler at, I won't dance for free. And they know that. Everyone, they could tell just by the way I talk, by the way I walk, by the way I fucking carry myself. You're not getting no freebie. And it ain't no samples either. So do what you want with that information. And if you watching this, stop trying to take people fucking money, bitch. The fuck, because not all money is good money. And one thing I will never do is take something that's not fucking mine. Anyways, on that note, let me count this money and get ready for work. Bye.
Story time on how I found out that my ex-boyfriend was cheating on me. This was back in May of 2018. So me and my ex-boyfriend got together at that time, May 2018, and we were together for 3 months. So August 2018, we went on our first vacation. Okay, so before we left on this vacation, he had received a call from somebody, from his friend. His name was Jose. I was like, who's this? They're like, oh, he's my friend. Mind you, this person only had a handful of friends. So I was like, no, I don't think that's your friend. Like, who is it? Like, no, it's my friend. And we had only been dating for 3 months. And I don't even think I said, I don't think that's your friend. I just said, oh, okay. I left it alone. Never thought about it again. I swear I never thought about it again. We went on vacation. We came back. And I had a dream that he had cheated on me with his ex. I didn't say. Hold on. I didn't say nothing, so I just let it go. Then the next day, I had another one. And I was like, okay, like, you know what? I might just tell him. And I told him, and he goes, girl, you're crazy, this and that, la, la, la. So at this point, I'm thinking I'm crazy. I'm not, all right, I'm crazy, whatever. So I have one more, and I'm like, bro, I'm not crazy. So I wake up, I look at my phone, and his ex-girlfriend had requested to follow me on Instagram. Oh, wait, I missed a part. We were at his house one day, and we were at his house, and his mom her room was across the room, and he was like, Mom, they were talking about it. I think I was talking about it, and he goes, tell my mom the kind of dream that you had. And I tell her, and she goes, Mija, I don't know, like, I think you should think about this, in front of him. It means something. It doesn't necessarily mean that he's cheating on you, but you should think about like what you just dreamed about. And now he's upset at his mom because she said that, but she's a girl's girl, so she's gonna tell me the truth. So whenever the next day, maybe like a week later, the ex-girlfriend, I wake up, I had that dream. I wake up and the girlfriend had requested to follow me on Instagram, the ex-girlfriend. And I was like, fuck no, like, I'm not gonna accept that bitch. So then I deny it, and then she requests me on Twitter. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I'm not adding you on Twitter. So I declined it again. Then she adds me on Snapchat. And I'm like, bruh, like, what does this girl want? She clearly doesn't want to be my friend. We're not friends. So, like, what? So I end up telling her, like, girl, what do you want? And she goes, your man is not who he says he is. I was like, okay. Well, clearly, like, you're not telling me because you're my friend and you want to help me out. You're telling me because you did something. So I was like, so what? What is it? What did y'all do? She goes, well, we slept together before y'all left to South Padre Island. So you're telling me, bitch, you knew where the fuck we were going to? I was so mad. I was so mad. And not even at that. I was at the mall when I got that message. So I was at the mall with my little sister, and I had to, like, run out of the mall because I was in tears. I was so fucking mad. I was like, damn, like, he basically just laughed in my face. I explained to him multiple times that I had this dream, and basically it was like I was crazy, but I wasn't. So I go to my car, I call him, I'm like, hey, like, I'm gonna be on my way to your house, can you meet me outside? And he goes, yeah, why? And I'm like, I'm just gonna go, I need to talk to you about something. I hang up the phone, he calls me back, and he's like, are you okay? And I said no, and I hung up the phone. I get there, I don't say nothing, I just grab the phone and I hand it to him, and he was, you could just imagine how that man was, that she's crazy. And mind you, I always told him that this girl's the devil, and I don't give a damn. And if she were to see it, she's a damn devil, because I have more stories. Because I started dating this boy years ago first, then they got together, whatever, then I got my own boyfriend, and then my ex-boyfriend ended up breaking up with her, and then she found out the guy that I was dating, and then she went to go date him and then got pregnant by him. So honestly, that's for another story. But moral of the story, the reason why I'm telling the story, is that if you're having dreams about something and it's over and over and over and you have no reason to dream them, it's because of something. So your intuition is always right. That was my intuition. So